He's out of business.
And that's what Derek said to me when he had the letter at the last TV show. Let's be very clear on this. I disagree with it, but it is about a commercial tender. Now, if you're saying that we interfere as ministers of commercial, because Ming don't do that, and I disagree with it. I'm saying that on this show. As a local bus thing, and what I am also saying is, and there is a full review on the whole issue, and I've said that this is a commercial tender. So if you're saying that when we tender things that ministers should interfere at the front end, then that's very, very interesting. Because there is a review on it, and Derek dropped it along with the mayor on the TV station and I accept that.
Parakura Horomia, can we just clarify for the wider audience about what the actual issue is here? This is about local business and local communities. Just explain very briefly what the issue is which we're talking about.
About the
buses.
Oh yes, it is about a tender process that the ministry...
This is about a lot of small local bus operators that being overridden by...
Okay, they've got the law firm that's objecting to it, and I do hope it's successful, because then we can interfere with it. But this is a tender, a commercial tender process. And at the end of the day, there were other risks about the buses, not everywhere, about people talking about them breaking down and whatever else. And I don't agree with what's being tendered out, but I do find it amazing that it's the issue that's focused on, and people are saying, because a lot of those people are picking up the jobs from the company that's
let's have a quick response from Derek Fox.
And all of those routes, like was said at the last TV show, were not cancelled off.
What has happened here is, and this is what the issue is, that an uncaring government doesn't give a damn about small communities, insists on big government, so you have people completely out of control who say, we will tender all of the bus services in the North Island. They go to a company based in Hamilton, which has got a shonky reputation for poor payment and mistreating its workforce.
I don't want to talk about the reputation on this forum.
Well, the reputation is important because the kids of these people in their mokopuna are going to be trusted to the hands of a bus company that's like that. And they put out of business the small bus company that's been working here all of these years, taking the kids to rugby on Saturday morning, taking them to the kapahaka, doing all of those sorts of things.
And this is one example of local businesses.
And some of the parents of those kids were concerned about the safety on some of those buses. There were safety issues in there, and nobody talks about that.
Rawdon, we've got a lot of questions here in the audience.
Yep.
I'll take another one. One from over here. Yes, it's at long last.
Kia ora kōrua, Derek and Para. I just had to have my say. I'm tired of hearing poor old Māori got $15,000 a year. Why? I'm tired of hearing how poor and hard-stricken and hard done by we are. Why? What I want to ask the two gentlemen is, what is your investment into our early childhood education, into our children, into education? We're going to stay on $15,000 a year, Derek, unless we obtain some skills and some education. And look here, go back to Sir Apurana, he was education mad. And look where his pupils that were then are, they're in the top bracket. Where are our kids now, running around on the street? I'm sick of hearing how poverty-stricken we Māori are, and I want you to tell me how we're going to uplift ourselves and be a little proud of the efforts we make.
Right, Derek Fox, with
I
think it's 25% of
you should be.
Māori population.
You should be. Round of applause.
Aged between 5 and 14, it is a big issue. Tell me about this.
It's a huge issue, and you know something? Well, I always hear about how our kids fail. As far as I know, none of the kids are paid tens of thousands of dollars a year to educate themselves. A whole group of people, including the Associate Minister, the Education Ministry, teachers, headmasters, they're all paid billions of dollars to educate our kids. Now, why aren't they? Why are our kids coming out without the qualifications? Whose job is it to make sure that they actually teach them?
Parakura Horomia, Associate Education Minister.
I've heard Derek rattle on about this before, and I think that's very, very unfair on teachers in this country. You do simple things with that age group, and under 6 years old Māori have free health checks, because a lot of our health problems were not knowing that they had them, whether it was taringa turia or whatever else. But to blame the teaching forum and everybody else without looking at our own whānau, that's why we have Tamaiti Whānau going at the moment, which ensures that those young people and their families get together. It's a huge issue. That's why we have the parenting group stuff done by the Māori Women's Welfare League through this country so we can move it on. But blaming the teachers and the Education Forum in isolation, it's a shocker.
The teachers are actually...
It's a shocker.
Give me...
There's a teacher over there.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are teachers meant to teach?
Comment.
Are teachers meant to teach or not?
Yes.
Are teachers meant to teach?
Teachers are meant to teach and manage the environment that they are.
Okay, right, I'm going to have to come to a close. With huge regret, I can't believe that we've shot through most of our time right now. I'm afraid we're going to have to just end it there. There is, of course, so much more which we could talk about. There are many other issues, but we do have to stop. So let's wind up by asking each of our candidates for a very strict one-minute summary of what their campaign is all about. And I'm going to be very strict. You have 60 seconds. There'll be a clock on the various monitors around here. It will ring, and that will be the end of your time. So let's start with Derek.
Well, like I said at the beginning, I think that you should be voting in confidence in yourselves, you know, as Māori. We're Māori. Why do we have to have someone else tell us what to do? Why do we have to hang on to someone else's panikoti in the parliament and they tell us when to jump, how high, when to stand up, when to sit down? Why don't you vote and have confidence in yourselves? And that's what the Māori Party is all about. It's about confidence in ourselves. Look, in the time that everyone else has been in charge, these guys have been in charge for 9 years. And look, is everyone here happy? You're all rich. You're all rich. Hey? No. I already said he brought the noisiest crowd. We already worked that out. But the reality is, if you are happy with... my point is that if you really want some change, you should change to the Māori Party. Kia ora.
Kia ora, Derek. Thanks very much. And now, the Minister, your minute starts now.
I've had 3 terms in Ikaroa Rafti. I've driven up and down it from Pōtaka down to Wainuiomata, Stokes Valley, Nanai, all of those places, Pongaroa, and I've been through the district and I tend to believe I have a good grasp of the needs in that. And I hope that people trust me enough to put me back. I don't for 1 minute underestimate Derek, but I certainly want to hold on to this seat. I certainly want the Labour government to get back and to return, because I think we've done the best in relation to what is important for Māori. I'm a simple fellow at the end of the day. I come from Mangatuna and I work in Wellington, and I'm very thankful that I get home tonight for a sleep in my own moenga, and I can't help it that Derek is my cousin, Rawiri is my cousin, Peter is my cousin, Auntie Minnie's sitting over there and the other one's over there, but at the end of the day, what you see with me is what you get, and I hope that the vote is for the Labour government.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. A round of applause for Derek Fox and Parakura Horomia.
Thank you very much, Wallace. That is it from us here in Gisborne, from the Ikaroa Rafti debate. We hope you can join us the same time next week on TVN7 for another Swing Seats debate, this time from Epsom in Auckland. Kia ora, good night.